I like big butts, but I cannot lie.
Thank you, Mr. Director. Thank you so much for having taken the train all the way to London to do this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for bringing a sheep to make me feel at home.
The evil sheep has become part of the design at this point, and if we ever lose them, I'm actually going to be really sorry. Good, evil sheep. You have an amazing playlist to go through. Before we go there, I wanted, mostly actually people will know about you, but I wanted to explain briefly what your channel is about. And the main reason you've been so inspiring for me, because we met, Natasha and I met at the on one of the creators' night, because she was part of the Helium project. And she's one of the bravest people that I've ever known on YouTube that took on the challenge and went and to be a YouTuber full time. And that was, to me, something that actually made me think that's something that I have to take the courage on and do as well, because I'm back and forth trying to do GiTC again. And then I was like, no, okay, it's something that needs to be supported and needs to be done, because if it's something that I care about so much, like she did, that it's worth it. So thank you so much for that.
It's that balance between, is it brave or is it just crazy? You need to never quite know, but you know, it's one life and you don't know how long you've got, so be crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And if it's something that makes you happy, it's hard enough to find things that make you feel that well, isn't it?
And I'd rather live without regrets like this, because you don't want to turn around and be like sat in some chair with a Zimmer frame and go, oh God, I should have just not stayed in that job that I didn't want. I should have done that while I had the chance. And I just thought, it works. Let's just give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? It goes wrong.
Yeah, but it really doesn't, does it?
No.
You're one of the most prolific YouTubers as well. You have 3 videos a week, don't you?
Yes.
You have,
I do now that I've made the step to full time. I did get warned by the guys at YouTube that 3 times a week is quite a bit. And I was like, no, it'll be totally fine. I'm used to running a salon on my own, plus YouTube. It's hard work while my youngest is still only at nursery. So he starts full-time school in September, and that's all I keep saying is, when he goes to school in September, I'll have 6 hours a day. And then it'll get a lot easier, because at the moment I'm having to make my hours up for editing and things like that, and doing a bit of research for the videos in the evening once the kids go to bed. So I quite often don't ever get time to do anything else. And people say, oh, did you see this on TV? No, never.
There's just no time to put it together.
No, just don't get a chance. There's a limit. I'll watch TV in September when he goes to school.
Just I know the feeling. Just hang in there until, and then we're done.
And count down. We're like 4 months. 4 months. It's not long now.
4 months at a time. Fair enough. No, but yeah, what you do is really great. And again, thank you so much for being part of this new project for GiTC, which is the LifeList. And basically, Natasha and I are going to go through her 10 songs that have been significant in her life. And she's going to tell me the story about how they are connected to her life. And the first one, okay, fair enough, British. We start with Elton John, I'm Still Standing. So we'll go and see that in a second. So how come is your first song?
I spent an awful lot of time with my grandparents growing up, because my parents were both teenagers when I was born, and I was a bit of a surprise. My dad was in the RAF and spent quite a bit of time travelling around. So I spent an awful lot of time, probably really the first few years of my life, mainly with my grandparents, and then subsequently after that, because I was so close with them, every weekend I spent with them right the way through to I was probably about 15, 16, and all of the school holidays. My nan and granddad were huge on music, loved music. So, and really eclectic taste. It's sort of the really old stuff from their genre, plus the really modern stuff. And my nan used to record, but when at the same time we had VHS videos, there was also something called a Video 2000, which some people don't remember, but you could turn the videotape over and record on the other side as well.
Okay, wow, no. That I don't remember.
My nan used to record Top of the Pops every week. And then what we do is on a Friday or Saturday night, she had 2 disco lights that she'd set up either side of the TV that reacted to sound. And we'd have a mini disco in the living room, and Grandad would have a pint of homebrew and a cigar, and me and Nan would have a dance to whatever's been on Top of the Pops. But I grew up, and I remember my earliest memories of these sort of things is the video to I'm Still Standing, which in actual fact is really naughty. But when you're that age, you don't realise. As an adult now, at my age, in my 30s, I'm like, oh, that's quite cheeky. But I really remember growing up with Elton John, Michael Jackson, Adamant, all those sorts of things. they were really, really prolific for me growing up, but that I'm still standing just reminds me so much of my childhood and being with my grandparents and having like parties at their house.
Let's start over with that, and then we'll see what comes next, and we'll discuss that.